Hi guys, how are we doing? So today I'm going to show you how to make your own veg bouillon using your dehydrator and a couple of packs of mixed veg. Yeah, so come along. So first off, what we're going to do, the trays on my dehydrator are quite big diamond shapes on them. So the pre-cooked or pre-cut mixed vegetables are going to fall straight through that. So I have these little silicone tray mats that I just pop over the top. You can pick them up on eBay, real cheap, and they do the job quite nicely. So we're just going to start filling up all our trays. Whoops! I almost peed the floor. Oh no. Okay. You can start them frozen. You can defrost them first. It's entirely your choice. Okay. But try and only have one layer of vegetables if you can, because that will help. Because I haven't defrosted mine first, they're all a little bit stuck together, but that won't take very long to sort out in the dehydrator. One packet. No, definitely peed the floor. Damn it. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays to go in the dehydrator. What we're going to do is going to use some old herbs that we've got in the fridge and put those in here. They're looking a little bit sad and wilted and all that kind of stuff, and some of them are a little bit mushy, but I'm going to put these chives on this mat, and the same with some of the parsley. This is flat leaf Italian parsley or Italian style parsley. Obviously some of it's going a bit yellow. It's going yellow, but it's not bad. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. That will actually probably do fine just on here like this. So yeah, I mean, the yellow stalks of the parsley you would still use for stock, so I don't mind dehydrating it to put in the bouillon, because it's basically what we're doing, just doing a shelf stable variety. Okay, and they're big enough that we're not going to have to worry about them. Now normally I won't put herbs in the dehydrator. Now the reason for that is because the herbs that I have in my herb jars are for not only for food but for medicine. And if you put herbs in the dehydrator, it cooks the oils, and the oils are where the goodness is and the healing properties are. So you can't use herbs that you've dehydrated to their full potential for medicine, etc. So that's why I don't do that. So there's that, and then we've got half a bag of soft mixed lettuce and beetroot and stuff like that. I'm not going to use that today, but it needs using, so that'll go in the dehydrator as well. Okay, so it's been a couple of days now, and we're going to start putting this vegetable bouillon together. Alright, so I've got all our dehydrated veg, which we need to get into the blender. Ooh. Leafy leaves. I think this is the spinach, or the basil. I think it's spinach, doesn't really have much of a smell. There we go. I think what we're going to do this in batches so it doesn't put too much pressure on my blender. So we're going to give it a go with as it is now. That's our first lot, and as you've probably seen bouncing around in the blender there, there's a few big bits. So what we're going to do is we're going to sieve it into our bowl. It's quite a lot that hasn't actually got down into there, but we want to get this as fine as possible. Yeah, that's quite a lot actually that hasn't actually gotten into being blended properly, so I might put half that amount back in. And go again, see what happens. I could be here for a while, so you know. But it's worth doing. It might take a while, but it's a job you only need to do like once a year or something. It's worth putting a bit of time and effort into it. I think what we're going to do with these other parsley leaves, or stalks, is going to chop them in a bit. Make it easier for the blender to cope with. So I'm going to cut them into 1/2 centimetre pieces as much as possible. I know there's probably strays falling from my fingers as I speak. Oops. Those big stalky bits can come out, I think. Really big stalky bits. It's all a live and learn thing, and at the end of the day this is all stuff that was going to get chucked out anyway, so I'm not that concerned, to be honest. We do get rid of a bit. This is the last one of the veg. I'm go in there too. Lid on and off we go again. Probably got a couple more strains to go through yet, but those stalky bits can come out. I think they're not going to get ground down very much more, to be honest. Quite a lot in there actually, just quietly. Right. So pop that back in the blender. What we're going to add to this right now is we're going to put a little bit of garlic powder, not loads, probably about 2 teaspoons, not a lot. And some onion powder, about the same amount. There we go. And the other bits and bobs we're going to add, we're also to this lot now, because we're getting to the end, we're going to add about 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast flakes. Good couple of tablespoons of dried basil, the same of tarragon, and the same of dried mint. Oh, that smells amazing. Might want to put a little bit extra in there. Ooh. Cause yum. Now, lid on. Let's get it to where we want it to be. Got as much as we're going to, I think. And this little bit I'm going to use for a recipe that I need to use now, which doesn't matter that it's not fine. So I'm going to put that in a bowl aside. But we've got all of this. And that's pretty amazing actually. Just quietly. So what we're going to do, we've got a clean bowl to put it in. What I don't have is a spoon. Wow, that's fun. This will be amusing. Okay, so we're just going to pour this in here. Now I haven't added any salt to this because I don't see the need to. Okay. Yeah, and we're done. Oops, not that side, that side. We're done. This is probably as much as we would use in 6 months. That amount to purchase is a lot of money for a really good stock powder. I've basically used a couple of bags of frozen veg and some herbs and things that we were going to get rid of anyway, and yet I've probably saved myself probably 20 quid. I'm not unhappy about that. For a little bit of chucking some stuff in the dehydrator, and standing here for 20 minutes and doing a bit of blending, we have a really beautiful product. And honestly, open it up. Oh, I want to stick my finger in that. My finger is not wet. Oh. 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 That's pretty good. I think the only thing I will say about it is maybe next time I might add some more greens. Maybe some celery. Give it a little bit more of a something something. But for a first go, and just using frozen veg, that is a really good substitute for shop bought veg stock powder or stock cubes, and I'm not unhappy about that. And then we've got this, which is the stuff that really was being a little bit naughty, didn't want to cook down, but I can use that for something else. Like, it could go in a spag bowl happily, very happily, and add some really nice condensed flavour to a sauce. Welcome to Jar It Up July. Please do go and check out the playlist. There are loads more channels. There's at least one, possibly two channels every day. Okay, and they're all doing all sorts of stuff, popping it in jars. You know, it could be a craft thing, it could be a canned thing, it could be something like this, it could just be their button collection. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure it out. So there's a playlist on Tony's channel over at Kettle Kitchen and my channel here on Blue Self Reliance, and you can go to either of those places to find the playlist. There is also a giveaway, and you will have to find the details for that down below. But what you do need to do to be entered in the giveaway is comment on the videos you watch, because if we use a comment picker, which means if you don't comment, you can't be in it. Sorry. So if you want to see videos more like this, more videos like this, and zero wasty kind of things, and jarring it up things, and all kinds of weirdness that goes on here, do hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, because it really does help the channel. I love you guys heaps. Have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.